reports, item C.
Yeah, Denny and I are going to tag team this quickly, reasonably quickly. And we'll try to keep this on the agenda each month to keep the board as well as the public updated on the sign-up process. In all of your packets, we presented you with a pamphlet that kind of describes the process that is required by law. So it's uniform whether you're in East Sac County or whether you're in Timbuktu, or as long as you're in Iowa, it's the same process and the same 4 phases which are described in there. Then also gave you a copy of the PowerPoint. We're working with Dr. Leslie Moore from AEA 8. This is one of her tasks, is to work with schools in the school improvement process through the sign-up process. Then you'll also see a note in there. It was an article that came out of the Ames newspaper about what's going on in that district, and then I also gave you a listing of the schools that have been identified across the state, and it's in this mass of papers here somewhere. And the reason I shared that with you is that about almost 30% of all of the public schools in Iowa are on this list, and they're working at various stages of the sign-up process. And I share that so that no one has the impression that we're doing this alone, or we're in a rowboat all by ourselves out in the middle of an ocean. That isn't the case. And I guarantee you, if the numbers aren't, if the federal government doesn't change their stance with reauthorization of the Elementary and Secondary Ed Act, i.e. No Child Left Behind, by 2014 you will see 100% of the districts in the state of Iowa on this list. 100%. It's just going to be a given. So that's just shared with the idea being that we're embracing this process. What's happened thus far is and Denny's done a wonderful job of putting together a sign-a-lead team or a steering committee. We've had a couple of meetings with Dr. Moore, and then also Kathy Brenny as the consultant. We're right in the middle of the audit phase. There really is nothing to report at this point. The audit phase is ascertaining to get beneath the surface of what's your goal. It's not just to improve test scores. Let's get at the root of some things, and so it's digging deeper. There's been a questionnaire that's been completed by the middle school faculty. Next week, Denny, is it that the team comes down for some interviews?
Yep.
With small group interviews. That's all part of the audit process, and then we transition into actually building the plan. And so at this point, that's all there is to report. Is the process is well underway. We're doing everything as well as we humanly can. And I think the reaction, I've just been thrilled with our middle school people in embracing the fact that this is an opportunity. It's not a penalty, it's an opportunity. That's how it's been presented, and I've just been thrilled with the response from our middle school people.
Yeah, it's a very comprehensive process. I mean, we haven't been asked about one of the test scores. In all honesty, it's been, what are you doing at the district level? What are you doing at the building level? What are you doing in your classroom? So it takes a grand scheme look at it, and it's not just about where are you in your reading or your math or your science. It's the whole gamut that we're looking at. So it's an opportunity for us.
Good. So we would entertain any questions at this point, just to keep it at the forefront that we're taking this seriously, obviously, and the plan will be developed, and you'll be privy to that as it's developed.
I've got a comment here. You know, you look through this list, and all of these schools, 90% of these schools are big schools. You know, they probably have a kid-to-teacher ratio much higher than ours. And we've talked before about closing schools and going the route of, you know, less teachers, more kids. And I just think the ratio that we have now is good. We don't want to get more kids per teacher, I don't think.
Okay. Other questions?
We know enough about funding
Oh, we got our allotment, and that's all set by the state as well. About $9,600 is part of this process to be used directly for the sign-up process. 96.45 or something like that. So yeah,
How long does it take to get off of this? I mean, if everything goes well,
minimum of 2 years. Yeah. And you'll see on the listing that if it says sign and then a D next to it, that's delayed. That means that they met the test proficiency scores after the first year, that they continue on with the plan through the second year. You have to be off the list 2 years consecutively, right? Good question. See, this is my definition of tag teaming. I do all the talking. Sorry, Denny.